All right, welcome everyone to Undefined Behaviour, our first charity marathon as a group.
Woo!
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 We have been working so hard on this all week.
You can tell because we all sound tired.
We are hoping.
I'm well rested, thank you very much.
That makes one of the two people in here.
All right, and we already have a sub-train or a whole thing going, hype train going on. That's awesome. Thank you everyone for coming out and for checking this out with us. We really hope we bring something awesome to everybody, something new and interesting. That's the whole point of this, is we are trying to bring things that you've never seen before. We are trying to queer games by queering what you see on this stream, I guess. We also want to announce that we're going to be announcing a few things over the course of this marathon. The first one that we're going to announce is we have a few new members. We're going to be doling out who they are as we go through the marathon, but the first one that we have is Seraph, who did all of the layout work, or a lot of the layout work on the layouts that we have right now for this marathon. We have new layouts and they are so good, and I'm so happy about it.
Thank you so much, Sarah, for your beautiful designs and all your hard work. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great.
So yeah, Seraph is now an exception with us, and
Which is like a junior member.
yeah.
I'm
Say hi.
Hi. I'm bad at praise. So thank you.
No one in this group is bad at getting praise. That's not a thing.
I hope that the layouts work. They should. We've tested them pretty thoroughly.
They look so good. I'm really excited for everyone to see them. I think it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a few more of those announcements and some announcements about upcoming events as we go through the marathon. And yeah, I think I'm not sure what else to say, but we're all very
Nick
excited.
Is very tired.
I am very, very tired. I had about 3 hours of sleep last night.
Same. Everyone here is good and nice.
Everyone here is very nice.
Very true.
Woo!
I'm very excited for this marathon to get started, and very nervous. And I'm
Also,
so happy there are so many people here already chatting away.
Front page rotational hype. We're already on
Yeah,
front page.
let's go.
Wow, that was fast.
Oh god!
Wow!
Yay!
Hi, front page.
All right.
All right.
Also, I just want to plug that our very first game has a donation incentive, so you should start getting on that now.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that donation incentive?
Garby, explain.
So there's going to be a donation incentive to have the Knights bonus game in Sonic Robo Blast 2, and yeah, it's essentially a recreation of the Sega Saturn games Nights into Dreams. So that could be pretty neat if we can meet that.
It's super cool, and you should absolutely donate because I want to see it again. Do it.
Nice.
For charity.
Yeah.
And queer kids who need help.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right, I think we're going to get the marathon underway here.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave it to your first host of the day, Frozen Flygon, and Garby, our first runner of the day. And we're gonna get quickly set up for the run, and then we will be right back.
Thanks,
Hi,
everyone.
Bye.
I'm.
See you in a bit.
I'm. All right, I am your first host, Frozen Flygon. I'm really excited to be hosting for Undefined Behaviour. Edge Case Collective is an amazing group, and we have a great lineup coming up. The schedule, you can look ! Schedule, see all the amazing runs that are going to be happening this weekend. And for this event, we're raising funds for the Trevor Project, an American nonprofit organization that focuses on suicide prevention, efforts among lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning people under 25 years old. It operates the Trevor Lifeline, a confidential service that offers trained counselors through a toll-free phone number. The Trevor Project is committed to producing research that brings new knowledge and clinical implications to the field of suicidology and also advocates for laws and policies that will reduce suicide rates among LGBTQ+ young people. We are delighted to be supporting this invaluable, life-affirming organization. The Trevor Project is really amazing, and we're so excited to be supporting them through this marathon and through all your generous donations. And we have a donation here. We have $5 from Leggy Starscream. Woo! Let's get this incentive unlocked. I agree. Super want to see that bonus stage. And just a little bit about what Edge Case Collective is. Undefined Behavior is being put on by the wonderful people here at Edge Case Collective. We're a streaming group made up of creative queers who play, build, and break games in interesting ways. Follow us at this Twitch page for more great content. And we appreciate everyone who's here right now. And for those of you who are coming in, this is Undefined Behavior, Edge Case Collective's first marathon, and it's a showcase and speedrunning marathon centered around queering games and queerness in games. We're exploring glitchy, unusual, and marathon unsafe runs, as well as adjacent and related queer gaming content. We queer games when we reject the limits and rules, when we play in atypical ways, and when we read diversity into stories and themes. This is the very first Undefined Behavior marathon, and we're really excited to share all these games and showcases with you. We have some really amazing, unique, cool runs, panels. People are going to be learning speed runs later. So !schedule in the chat and you'll get to see all the awesome content we have coming up for you. I'm really excited. A lot of these runs are stuff that's not going to be seen anywhere else. And I think that's really special. And we have $50 from Kate Lives C, hoping to check out as much as possible this weekend. Thank you so much for the $50. You are so generous. Thank you, Carrie. This is super exciting that everyone is here, ready for our first marathon. I can't wait. And thank you everyone who has been subscribing on the hype train. We appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, Bonks, for the raid! Welcome, everyone. Alright, I think we have all of our audio ready to go. So, let's get the run started. Garby, you want to introduce yourself and get ready?
Yes, hello everyone. I'm garbitheglitcheress, and today we'll be playing Sonic Robo Blast 2. This is a Sonic fan game that was made using, I think, like a modified Doom Legacy port of Doom, and so yeah, that's really neat. So yeah, we'll be using Tails for this run, and I guess we can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And so this first level just like it kind of just works like you need to go around, and Tails can fly, which makes a lot of parts easier, but it can still be pretty tricky. And you see the movement in this game is generally pretty quick, and I really feel like this is a pretty aesthetically pleasing game. And throughout the levels there are various tokens you can get that if you get them, they'll unlock a special stage. So if you get your donations in, I can get one of those and show it off, so that'll be neat. We can find it's a recreation of Nights in a Dream, so I think it's really cool how they managed to program that into this. So there's a lot of various shortcuts throughout the run. Tails allows for quite a few of them. A lot of these wouldn't be possible as, say, like Sonic. For instance, Sonic's probably the most challenging character in this run, but today we'll be using Tails, who's probably the easiest character. There are also unlockable characters like Amy that you can use, and like Amy and Fang and Metal Sonic, which can be pretty tricky to use. They all have various different abilities. And so this is the first boss. The boss fights work like you start with 10 rings. And yeah, I know used to, like, there were various Ring of Arena, but they changed it in the 2.2 port, I think. This has been in development for a pretty long time, like I believe since 1998, so there have been a lot of various changes since then. And so that's the first set of levels down. Now I'll be heading to Techno Hill. A lot of the levels just boil down to getting speed shoot power and then trying to keep as long as possible. I'd honestly say that Tails is pretty overpowered, and like, because you can fly for a pretty long time and you don't lose much speed if you do it properly. And if you spin dash, you can do something called a spin fly. Wow, heck. you can actually toggle between the first and third person perspective by pressing up on the D-pad. I won't be doing that much, but there are a few points that'll help. Like, this is the first instance of using like a stem fly to skip through parts, I believe. Yeah, Sonic was the only playable character, I think. Thanks for all the subs, y'all. That's really neat.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah. And so that's the first act of Techno Hill Down. Now we're hitting the second act. I think this act in particular has been modified pretty heavily from what I remember from earlier versions. I remember always having a lot of trouble with this, but it's been a lot of the levels have been modified to be more friendly and things. Yeah, it's really neat, and I really enjoy this game, and I'm finally getting to show it off. I missed that. Well, that's a little bad. I guess I'm just gonna do this.
Backup strat.
Yeah. Yeah, the camera's pretty good. And that gun there works on like a cycles, but still didn't get me. RNG manipulation, yep, exactly. And so, yeah, the way that works is like, yeah. Oh my gosh! Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this game's being a little bit rude at the moment, but it happens. But yeah, we're nearing the end of this level. The species... Yeah, that's like a toggle feature. I didn't know that was a thing till pretty recently, but you can toggle that on the menu, so that's pretty cool that that's a thing you can do.
Egg. Egg Case Collective. I love it.
Yeah. So we're hitting the second boss. This can be a little bit precise to get it done well. Ah, miss. And if you miss, Eggman turns around, so that can be pretty tricky to account for, but it's win a lot worse, though. Oh, please don't take it down!
You got this, you got this.
Okay, yeah, I was just worried, like, my iframes were gonna run out.
These boss fights look pretty tricky.
Yeah. There's also a pretty big modding community for this game, and so that's pretty neat. Like there are like a lot of different level design mods for this, so that's
so there's a
cool.
mod of this mod game, like.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they add like a lot of different things to it, so it's really cool how much has been done with all this. And so, unfortunately, like a lot of Sonic games, this drowning is a thing you have to worry about in this, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have to get an air bubble at some point. Yeah, there's one right here, I think. The 3D perception makes it a little bit harder to see the, like, air things, but... yeah. I think Sonic? Yeah, Tails, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit trickier with Sonic. Knuckles is also another character you can use, and I'd say he's kind of in the middle of difficulty between Sonic and Tails.
Do we have time for a donation in here?
Yeah, we do.
Awesome. We have $50 from Liviana that says, "Congrats on your first marathon. You all are the best, and I'm so glad I've gotten to know so many of you. Heart back, Liv. Thank you so much."
Yeah, thanks for the donation.
And we have completed the Knights bonus game incentive already!
Yay!
We will be showing that off. Thank you everyone who donated towards that.
Yay, that's really cool. I'm trying to think. Probably the easiest place to get into the special stage would be in about probably 15-ish minutes from now.
Awesome. I'm excited to see it.
It's made using like a modified version of the Doom Legacy port.
Wow.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, I believe so, Wolfman. Oh, hey. Good to see ya. Oh, yeah. And so this is the level that has. This is probably one of the biggest levels in this mod, in this fan game, just because there's several different paths you can take, and this is one level that's longer to complete. Probably one of the longest levels in the run, I would say. Like, I've made some mistakes, but even Optimally level's like 1 minute and 45 or so. Oh no, this is a fan game. Yeah, PC. Okay. Yeah, there's been a lot done with this.
It's incredibly impressive for a fan game.
Yeah.
It's really wonderful.
Yeah. You're right, Eon. This is rad as heck. Thanks for the good luck. And so this is the next box fight. This is something else that was modified pretty significantly from 2.1. In 2.1 there were like pits throughout the arena that Eggman would pop out of, but here like you have whole ground, which makes this boss fight honestly way more enjoyable. In earlier versions of this, it was a bit annoying, but I'm glad that was kind of modified here. Yeah. So we're already on to Castle Eggman. I feel like this is kind of what you would expect an in-game level to be, but we're only about 1/3 through the run. Interestingly, even though it's like, even with the name of this level, so that's kind of a little odd. Yeah, the development's ongoing still. So that's pretty impressive. Like, I think the current version I'm playing, 2.2.4, was released like about a week or two ago, for reference. And like the last major version was released about 5 or so months ago. Yeah, wrong game. I'm glad everyone's enjoying this.
It's so cool!
Yeah. Also, there's like 2 different renderers you can use as well. You can use OpenGL as well, and that makes those things a little bit easier to see, like the ledges that have the strings, but it doesn't work as well on my computer, so I'm just using a software renderer. So it's just cool of like how much you can like modify things.
Has the run changed significantly over time as updates to the game come in?
Huh. Yeah, I'd say it's changed quite a bit. Like, a lot of progress has been made in this game since the 2.2 came out. Like, at one point, the world record for this was 28 or so minutes, and now it's at about 22 minutes.
Wow,
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's not a bottomless pit. Okay. This level in particular is a little bit choppy, but I'll go deal with it. A lot of it has to do with the fact that my PC's a bit on the old side, but Big the Cat mod win, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of different mods for this. And so this is another pretty big level with a lot of different routes, but yeah, I figured out kind of the most optimal routes, so just go around this way. Another cool thing is that there's lots of different characters, and with the abilities they can do, the routes are kind of quite a bit different with each of them. Yeah, this is a fan game made with a modified version of the Doom Legacy engine. And so, shoutouts to this boss. This is another one that was changed significantly from 2.1. Like, in the 2.1 version, you have to like use like one of those things you saw that just like yeets you up to attack Robotnik in the second phase, but here you can actually use the sides to attack him, and Eggman goes around, and honestly, in my opinion, that makes this fight significantly more fun, so I have to shout the devs out for, like, making this mod a lot more fun for this. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that phase. It's possible that if I like attacked at the wrong time, I'd be stuck in there and I'd have to take a death. Okay, that still works. The timing for getting Robotnik there can be a bit tricky. And yes, I'll probably be using Robotnik and Eggman interchangeably. Just because I kind of grew up with both the retro game, the 3D games and the 2D games. Heck, please. That was a little bit too low there. I can just do like... okay, there. Oh, this is Sonic Robo Blast 2. Yeah. Okay, so that's that fight down. I guess another cool thing is that there's a lot of unlockable emblems that you can get from... Like, there's a mode called Record Attack that you can play all these holds individually in, and for fulfilling certain requirements, you can get various emblems and things. And they're also hidden throughout the levels, so there's a lot of replay value in this, I would say.
We have some donations coming in. Do we have some time to read a few?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, awesome. We have $3.50 from Caleb C again. I wanted to snipe this. You'll see why. Ooh, I can't wait to see.
Ooh.
I know. We also have $25 from Tetralee that says a donation incentive to visit a cat room. Heck yeah, and that incentive has been met for High Strangeness to visit the cat room. So thank you to everyone who has donated for that.
Yay! And so this is a pretty expansive level, but with Tails you can kind of just fly through everything.
This reminds me of the like rail level in Sonic Heroes. Like the texturing and the environment a little bit.
Oh yeah, I see that, yeah. Modern... Yeah, this game is pretty tricky with Sonic, just because some of the platforming can be pretty precise. And in like the 3D engine, you have to be pretty precise with how you do things. And so, you know what? There's like a trick that's going to come up that I told myself I wasn't going to go for, but heck, I'm going to go for it because why not? I'm going to go for it once, I think. There's like a... This is like an auto-scroller, but there is a way to speed this up a little bit by doing precise jump with the minecart. I don't know. I told myself that I didn't feel too consistent with it, but hey, why don't we go for it just because? Hey, this is a marathon about unintended behavior, so why the heck not?
This is the time and place to do it.
Yeah! I'll probably just go for it once, but if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna try the other routes, honestly. Oh, thanks, Stars. That means a lot. Let's go. It's about to come up. Maybe. Oh, that was close! Like, what would happen there if I got that was... I would have hopped onto that part and that's the end of the level, but... I guess now I'm just going to show off how it's supposed to go. That was pretty close to working.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, this part, there's kind of not a lot. There, for the most part, other than navigate on the rails, there's not much that I need to do here. But it can be hard to read and talk and play at the same time.
You're very good at it, so.
Oh, thanks.
It's definitely a skill.
Yeah. And so these it can be a little bit tricky to memorize how you need to do everything. Like, one of those parts of that minecart, you need to wait and hop on the thing later, and I feel like your instinct would be to just go immediately, but you would fall if you ended up doing that for the first section, so that can be a bit tricky. I know. Okay, this hecking Fang fight. This can be a little bit annoying. I think that the pattern Fang moves is random, but you can hit Fang as he's jumping, but if you hit like his tail, you'll take damage, so it's a little precise to do.
What game is Fang from? I don't think I recognize this character.
Oh, Sonic Triple Trouble for the Game Gear, and I think it's just the Game Gear. I don't know if it's massive well. Oh, I missed that hit. Yeah, it's one of the more obscure games. Yeah.
Sonic Mania. Okay, I'm learning things today.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna wait on thing right here. Okay, I don't think I can get it. I probably could have, honestly, but in this phase he throws bombs, but if you get hit by one of the bombs, you'll get yeeted pretty far away, and probably take a death, so you want to be careful. Will this work? I'm just gonna go for it. Yes, okay. No, there was still another hit, but is how it is. Don't. Okay, this fight will be a little bit slow, but I'm just gonna take it safely because it costs a death is pretty punishing here. Okay, that should be the last hit. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so much lore. Okay, so we're kind of entering what it might feel strange for me to call it this, considering all the fire, but the calm before the storm. Because after this level, I'll be entering the last act, and this is just an individual act. I think probably one of the plans for future revisions of this mod is to add more acts to this, but I'm not completely sure on that. Like, there's only one act to Red Volcano, unlike all the other acts, other levels which have 3 acts. Also, apparently I didn't get that checkpoint. I don't think that should matter.
You got this.
There should be another checkpoint before any tricky parts, hopefully. Yeah, okay, there is.
Great. Do we have time for a donation in here?
Yeah, we do.
Awesome. We have $50 from Sarah4 that says, so exciting! Thanks to everyone who has made this happen. Shoutouts especially to Meg McAttack for the staggering amount of effort she's put into this event. We love you, Meg. We do love you, and we love you, Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Yeah, this has been so much fun so far. And this is probably the only tricky part. I need to be a little bit precise because that fire usually only causes you to take damage, but if it hurts you when you don't have iframes and when you're at the bottom of the fire, you'll just take a death, even if you have rings, so that's kind of a little bit mean, but how it is. Oh, that's right, I need to remember, we're getting pretty close to where I can show off the Knight's bonus game.
Ooh, yeah.
Yet. Like,
speaking... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I don't have anything to really say.
Okay, so speaking of that incentive that we got met, we have opened a variety of new incentives. We have for Celeste Farewell, I will read the wave-PowerPoint live. That's an incentive. I think that's really cute and wonderful. Would love to see that happen. We have a Save Lance incentive for Lena's Inception. We have a sing-along percent for Nappletail. You always love to hear live singing on twitch.tv. And cutscene percent for Sayonara Wild Hearts. So check out those incentives if you're interested.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
those all
this
sound really fun.
this. Oh, yeah, that part is a little bit rude because you just
that
get
gravity.
Yeah, you just get flipped like in differently, and I think there is a pattern to it, but. How about let's not game over? I'm really glad we got this incentive met because the Knight's bonus game will give me a few extra lives.
That is good.
Okay. Wow. This is a video game. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that you can switch between the third and first person perspective, and here's one part in particular I think it's helpful to do that. If you don't do this,
Whoa!
If you don't do this, it'll switch between the third and first person perspective, and that can be a little bit disorienting. So I prefer switching to the first person perspective there.
That's extremely cool.
Yeah. And okay, this part is also a little bit tricky, but also shoutouts to only having 2 lives left. But I can do this. Okay, yeah. And yeah, we're probably about 3 or 4 minutes away from the incentive that we did earlier. Yeah, they're... like, that area causes you to be like you're drowning, but thankfully there is not the drowning music. So, we can be grateful for that, and... yeah. Aw, thanks. Yeah.
Wow, that music is so stressful.
Yeah, definitely. So here's where I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to be getting the token. Where was it again? Okay, I'm actually going to need to like enter here to refresh the thingy. I know there was a token here. Yeah, it was right there. Okay. Okay, I need to refresh the thingy again. Okay, I don't know where it is coming from here. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of things have went wrong this run, but I'm still having a good time, and that's what's important, honestly.
If it makes you feel any better, I can't tell, and it looks like you're going really fast. So.
Oh, thanks. I was probably about a quarter of a second away from down there as well.
Yeah, a lot of this platforming seems really tight, even as Tails. I can't imagine playing as any of the other non-flight characters.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty tricky. I'm glad that y'all can't tell. And this is another part where switching to the first-person perspective is helpful. Yeah, gravity is just a suggestion. So, I hope I don't take a death, because if I do, I'll need to redo this level, and that would kind of not be cool. I don't remember if there was any safety lives here. Oh, yeah, there is one right here. Cool. But I should not have went for it, honestly. Okay, no, it's not really safe to get. The least safe safety life ever. Yeah. Unsafety life, exactly. So, okay, I'm gonna. Normally, I would just risk this, but luckily, I can just use iframes to make this. Come on, I'm trying to intentionally get hit by this, but the field there is pulling me, and that's making it hard to take an intentional hit there, so I can get iframes.
Let me take a damage, game, please.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't rely on safety here. Yeah, I'm getting some checkpoints, but they're really not helpful at this point. Oh, I want to get this. Why am I going for the checkpoints when they won't even be helpful because I only have 1 life and
Instinct. They make you feel better.
Yeah. Hey, Madeline. Good to see you here. So, we're about to do the Night bonus game, by the way.
Yay, I can't wait.
Thanks to y'all's wonderful donations.
Do I have time to read another quick donation before we get to that?
Yeah.
Alright, we have another $50 from our good friend Sarah4 that says, More incentives, you say? Cease talking and accept this currency. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah. Nightopian Helper, yeah, that's like a thing that lets you home onto things. And like, one troubling thing with this is, like, I wonder if it'd be useful to actually use the D-pad here so I can move in, like, only 4 directions, and I'd have to use, like, 360 degrees of input. I don't know, it's a little bit tricky to move in a straight line here. Which, I mean, speaks to me in general, but still.
This is so cool to watch.
Yeah. Well, thanks, yeah.
It's so cool they put this little mini game in here. I love it.
Yeah, there's like so many cool ideas here. I'm so glad I got to show this off. And yeah. This is like a creation of Nights into Dreams for the Sega Saturn, and also like modern systems like Xbox Live Arcade and things.
I have a question from chat. Does anyone run Amy in the speedrun?
Oh yeah, Amy is a character that people speedrun. Like, there's also a Lou script to give her like a hammer jump that like lets her jump really high up with her hammer, and I'm considering like running that. I don't think it's on the leaderboards, but I do want to run that at some point. The routing for that seems like it'd be pretty cool. Okay, this is like the last loop, so I'm gonna be wanting to exit the special stage after this loop. That's good. Yeah, okay. That's like 150,000. That's gonna give me like 3 extra lives, so that'll be good. So that's the reason I'm kind of glad that incentive was met. But I mean, there honestly aren't any more like checkpoints anyway. I don't think, and yeah. So, and that's the only reason that lives really matter, because you do start with a continue. And one cool thing that was changed is that each continue you lose, you get more lives. So that's kind of a nice addition I feel they added, so that because like it's nice to not have to worry about starting from the beginning of a zone.
That's super nice. I really like that. It kind of gives you a little bit more assistance, the more help you need.
Yeah. And so you're intended to use those to go like flip gravity, but with tails you can just fly around everywhere. You would be using those if you were playing as another character, I would say. So the playable characters are Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Fang, and Metal Sonic, I believe. There might be others via modding, though. But those are like the ones that are available in the base game, I'm pretty sure. Okay, this boss fight, you like Metal Sonic kind of runs around. You have to get close to him to get him to like glow purple, and then you can attack him when he's spinning around. This is probably one of the more tricky boss fights, but it's not that bad after you kind of get down how he works. Okay, I think this is the 7th hit, so one more after this. And it's a little bit tricky to dodge this, but luckily I can just keep grabbing the same ring over and over. This is very much boss fight of, hey, I have one ring, so I'm totally good. So, we'll be heading to the final hit. That's it, okay. So, we're gonna be heading to the final boss now. So, climactic music incoming.
Yay, let's do this. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
I know this final boss can be kind of tricky, right?
Yeah, it's probably I'd say it's probably the hardest fight in the run. Just because of how it works. So, I think I can probably explain it while doing it, but one of the fields here will light up randomly, and that's not the best one, but I'll deal with that. And then I have to get Ed Brock. The name of this boss is called Ed Brock, and now I need to get him like to there, and then after he hits that green field, I'll be able to start dealing damage. Before that, he's electrified, so I can't actually deal damage, and after a bit, he'll electrify again, so I'm gonna be needing to get him in the green field again. It's not active yet, and yeah, those hit bombs just eat you all over the hecking arena. Or into the pit if it's later in the fight.
So you can get flung off the edge.
Yeah, about 9 hits in, it'll the field for there will disappear, and so I'll need to be a lot more careful.
Gotcha.
And it requires 12 hits total. And so I might be taking this a bit safely. I think this is probably the night. I don't even know. Yeah, right now. So now's when it gets a little tricky. And he also moves faster with each successive hit, so it gets a little hard. And I'm gonna want to be around the middle arena because it'll put me slightly to the because it always puts me around this direction. So wow, Ed Brock don't have any chill at the moment. Come on. Yeah, sometimes just avoids that, and that can be kind of annoying. I think 2 more hits. Please!
Oh, yeah, so close!
Okay, luckily I didn't get yeeted there, and that's the ends. Okay, good, I wasn't in that fire. That would have been heartbreaking. And so time's going to be coming up in very shortly after the screen fades to black. Or black or white, I don't remember, but either way. And time.
GG, that was awesome.
Thanks. That was really fun to do. And yeah, this is the ending. And I think it's different if you have all seven Chaos Emeralds. That's what the special stage is intended for. But either way, that's Sonic Robo Blast, and I want to thank Educate Collective for having me and Flygon for hosting and just being cool to talk to while playing this.
That was awesome, Garby. Thank you for the run.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. And so I guess we'll hand it off over to the next run now. So thanks, everyone.
All right, that was a really awesome run of Sonic Robo Blast 2 by Garby the Glitcheress. I am glad everyone enjoyed. Yeah, I think that run is really cool and shows off like how fan games can be extremely high quality. You know, a lot of people put a lot of love into it, and I think that's super, super wonderful. And for those of you who came in during the run, thank you all for being here. This is Undefined Behaviour, a showcase and speedrunning marathon centered around queering games and queerness in games. For this marathon, we're exploring glitchy, unusual, and marathon unsafe runs, as well as adjacent and related queer gaming content. We queer games when we reject the limits and rules, when we play in atypical ways, and when we read diversity into stories and themes. This is the very first Undefined Behaviour marathon, and we're so excited to share all these games and showcases with you. So thank you so much to everyone who's here. And Undefined Behaviour is being put on by the wonderful people at Edgecase Collective, a streaming group made up of creative queers who play, build, and break games in interesting ways. Follow us at twitch.tv/EdgecaseCollective for more great content. And yeah, you can do !schedule to check out all the amazing runs we have going on this weekend. We have some really cool categories that aren't usually showcased. We have some panels that are going to be really fun. Like it's amazing, the schedule. What a variety of games we're showcasing here. I can't wait. And you can also do !donate to be able to donate towards the Trevor Project. And we're raising funds for the Trevor Project, which is an American nonprofit organization that focuses on suicide prevention efforts among lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning people under 25 years old. It operates the Trevor Lifeline, a confidential service that offers trained counselors through a toll-free phone number. The Trevor Project is committed to producing research that brings new knowledge and clinical implications to the field of suicidology, and also advocates for laws and policies that will reduce suicide among LGBTQ+ young people. We're delighted to support this invaluable, life-affirming organization. The Trevor Project is amazing, and all of your donations will be going straight to them. And we have a variety of really awesome incentives that are coming up for some of the runs we have later on in the marathon. And you can check those out at the Tiltify campaign.